Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me speak to you today from the heart. There are moments in life when everything seems to be against you, when the pressure is so intense, the road so rough, and the obstacles so high that you feel like giving up is the only option. But I am here to remind you, in those moments of struggle, you are not just surviving, you are being refined. Let's start with a simple truth. Hard times don't last forever, but strong people do. Your strength is not determined by how easily you glide through life, but by how you handle the storms that come your way. It's the resistance, the pressure, the struggle that shapes you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to get closer to the person you were always meant to be. But here's the key. You must refuse to quit when life gets tough. That is the defining choice of champions. If you want to rise above the ordinary, you must choose to press on when the world tells you to back down. Success does not come to those who surrender at the first sign of difficulty. Success is reserved for those who persist, who keep moving forward when the journey feels unbearable. When life gets tough, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated. We often look at the challenges we face as obstacles standing in the way of our success. But what if we looked at them differently? What if we saw them as opportunities? You see, every hard time you experience is not just a setback. It's a chance for growth. It's a moment in time that is designed to stretch you, to push you beyond your limits, and to help you become the person you were always meant to be. Hard times are opportunities for growth because they force you to dig deep, reflect, and evolve. In life, nothing worth having comes without effort. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you're pushed to the edge, when you face challenges that make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. It's in those difficult moments that your true character is revealed. You see, when things are easy, when everything is going according to plan, there's little need to reflect, to change, or to adapt. But when things get hard, that's when you're given the chance to rise above. It's when you have to find inner strength that you didn't know you had. Hard times force you to expand your thinking, to find new solutions, and to tap into a reservoir of resilience that may have been dormant inside you all along. Think about the things you value most in life, whether it's your career, your relationships, your health, or your personal goals. Have they come easily? For most of us, the answer is no. Our greatest achievements and the things we treasure most are the results of overcoming challenges. They are the fruits of perseverance through adversity. But it's not just about getting to the other side of a difficult situation. It's about what happens to you in the process. Hard times strip away the distractions and forces you to focus on what truly matters. They bring clarity. They force you to choose, to make decisions that move you forward, and to shed the things that no longer serve your purpose. Adversity doesn't just make you stronger, it refines you. Just like how gold is refined in the fire, you are refined in the heat of life's trials. Your character is polished, your mind is sharpened, and your perspective shifts. Every time you face a challenge and refuse to give up, you're growing. You may not see it immediately, but there is always growth happening beneath the surface. The growth that comes through hard times is not always visible to the eye, but it's real. It's like planting a seed in the soil. You don't see the roots growing at first, but over time, you begin to see the fruit. What if I told you that your struggles today are shaping the person you'll become tomorrow? That the pain, the discomfort, the frustration, and the uncertainty you feel right now are actually molding you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself? It's true. Every setback is a setup for something greater. Every difficulty is building your capacity to handle even bigger challenges in the future. The person you are becoming is stronger because of what you've been through, not in spite of it. We often look at the end result, the success, the breakthrough, the victory, but we fail to appreciate the growth that happens along the way. If you want to grow, you must embrace the hard times, not run from them. You must accept that discomfort is a part of the journey and that it's through facing difficulties head-on that you will evolve into the person you are destined to be. Growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. Hard times teach you lessons you can't learn any other way. They give you experiences that shape your decisions, refine your wisdom, and build your resilience. These lessons stay with you long after the hard times have passed, and they become a foundation for the future. So the next time life presents you with a challenge, don't focus solely on the struggle. Look for the opportunity within it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation make me better? Because growth is happening, even when you can't see it. Hard times are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to develop you. They are the very things that will push you toward your highest potential. Embrace them, learn from them, and most importantly, never give up, because on the other side of the challenge is the person you are becoming. Strength is not simply a trait you're born with, something you build over time, and it is often forged in the fires of adversity. When life is smooth, when everything is going according to plan, it's easy to feel invincible. But it's in the midst of trials, struggles, and challenges that your true strength is developed. Life doesn't promise us ease, and in fact, it's often the difficult moments that reveal our inner power. The key to understanding strength is realizing that it is not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it head-on and continuing to move forward, no matter how tough the situation may seem. This true strength comes from how you handle life's toughest moments. Strength is built through adversity because it is in these moments that you are pushed to your limits. It is in the hardest of times that you discover just how much you can endure. The discomfort, the pressure, the feeling of being overwhelmed, they are not the end of your story. They are the proving grounds of your resilience. When things get tough, you have a choice to either succumb to the pressure or rise above it. Every time you choose to rise, every time you choose to keep moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, you build a layer of strength within you that cannot be taken away. It is the strength to keep going even when it feels easier to give up. Think of a muscle. It doesn't grow stronger by being rested. It grows stronger by being challenged. When you lift weights, your muscles break down, but when they repair themselves, they grow back even stronger. This is the same principle that applies to your emotional and mental strength. When you face difficulties, when you encounter setbacks and obstacles, you may feel like you're being broken down, but in reality, you're simply being stretched. Each challenge you overcome is a step toward building greater strength. And with every step, you become more resilient, more capable, and more powerful. It's easy to feel weak when things aren't going well. We all have those moments of doubt when we question our abilities and wonder if we're strong enough to make it through. But it's important to remember that strength isn't about never feeling weak. It's about feeling the weakness and choosing to push through it. Strength is about taking action even when fear and doubt try to hold you back. It's about looking at the storm and saying, I will not be moved. Every time you face adversity and choose to move forward, you create a new layer of strength that will help you face even bigger challenges in the future. Many people believe that strength is about being invincible or never showing vulnerability. But the truth is, strength is also about being honest with yourself about your limitations and still choosing to persevere. It's about acknowledging your fear, your pain, your doubt, and deciding that they will not define you can feel the weight of your circumstances, but strength is found in your willingness to stand up anyway. It's in your ability to rise, even when it seems like staying down is the easier choice. Think about the people who inspire you, whether they are leaders, role models, or even personal heroes. Often their greatest strength wasn't revealed during the times they were at the top, or when everything was going perfectly. Their strength was revealed during the challenges, when they faced adversity with grace, resilience, and determination. Their true strength came not from their victories, but from how they handled their defeats. It's their ability to keep going after the fall that makes them strong. They didn't let setbacks define them, and they didn't allow obstacles to stop them. They used every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more capable, and to build the resilience necessary to keep moving forward. You too have the ability to build strength through adversity. It is not something that comes instantly. It comes gradually, one decision at a time. It comes when you choose to keep moving even when the path is unclear, when you decide to press forward despite the doubts and the difficulties. Each time you take that step, you become stronger. Every obstacle you face, no matter how big, is an opportunity to become more powerful, more focused, and more determined. The more you face, the more you grow. So, when life presents you with challenges, don't view them as roadblocks or signs that you're not strong enough. Instead, recognize them as opportunities to build strength, to sharpen your character, and to develop the resilience necessary to face whatever comes next. Strength isn't just something you have. It's something you build through every experience, every challenge, and every step you take forward. Keep going, and you'll find yourself stronger than ever before. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's not something that comes easily or instantly, and it certainly doesn't come to those who quit at the first sign of difficulty. Success is reserved for those who keep pushing, even when everything inside them is telling them to stop. The truth is, success is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about perseverance. It's about showing up every day, even when the journey is hard, and refusing to give up when the odds are stacked against you. The road to success is long and it's filled with challenges, but those who persist through the tough times are the ones who eventually find themselves at the top. If you're determined to achieve something, whether it's a personal goal, a career ambition, or a dream you've carried for years, you have to be willing to fight for it. When things get difficult, when the progress is slow, when obstacles seem endless, that's when you must dig deep and keep going. You see, success doesn't come to those who avoid hardship. It comes to those who press on despite it. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who never faced a challenge. They are the ones who faced multiple challenges and still found a way to keep going. They didn't give up when they stumbled. They got back up and kept moving forward. When you're walking down the path toward your goals, there will be times when it feels like everything is working against you. You may experience failure, rejection, or discouragement. You might wonder if it's even worth it to keep trying, but in those moments, remember that success is not determined by how many times you fall. It's determined by how many times you get back up. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. When you keep going, even in the face of adversity, you send a powerful message to yourself and to the world. I am committed to this. I will not quit. It's easy to quit when things get hard, but quitting is not an option if you truly want to succeed. Think about it. If you quit every time something became difficult, you would never accomplish anything. Success is built on perseverance. It's built on the decisions you make when you feel like giving up. It's about choosing to take that extra step, to push just a little further, even when you feel exhausted or defeated. When you persist, you build resilience. You develop a mindset that says, I will not stop until I reach my goal. And that mindset is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. One of the most important things to remember is that success rarely happens overnight. It's a process, and it takes time. Often the most difficult part of the journey is staying motivated when the results aren't immediately visible. But just because you don't see progress right away doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every small step you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's the result of consistent effort over time, and every moment you spend working toward your goal is a step in the right direction. We all have moments when we question whether the effort is worth it, when we wonder if we're on the right path, but the answer is always yes. as long as you keep going. Success comes to those who refuse to give up, who remain steadfast even when things seem impossible. When you stay focused on your goal, when you continue to put in the work even when it's tough, you eventually break through the barriers that once seemed insurmountable. The breakthrough comes not because you were the smartest or the most talented, but because you kept going when others stopped. When you think about the people who inspire you, those who have achieved remarkable things in life, you'll find that their stories are not about perfection, they're about persistence. They didn't succeed because everything was easy. They succeeded because they didn't quit. They faced setbacks, they encountered failures, and they had moments of doubt. But they kept moving forward. That's the key to success, persistence. If you can hold on, if you can keep going through the tough times, you will reach your destination. So as you walk through your own journey, remember that success is not for those who quit. It's for those who keep going, even when they don't feel like it, even when the road gets rough. Success is built on perseverance. If you're willing to keep pressing forward, to remain focused on your vision, the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. As long as you keep going, success will eventually be yours. Never quit. Never give up. The best is yet to come. Life has a way of testing our resolve, especially when we're on the verge of something great. It often feels like the hardest times come just before our breakthroughs, as if the universe is pushing us to the brink before rewarding us with success. But let me tell you something. The greatest victories often come after the greatest struggles. The truth is, the hardest times in life are not a sign that things are falling apart. They are often a sign that things are about to fall into place. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. You might not see it now, but the very struggles you're facing are preparing you for something bigger, something better. Think about it for a moment. How many times in history have we seen people rise from adversity only to later look back and see how the struggle was the very thing that led them to success? It's no different for you. Every difficult moment, every setback, and every challenge you face is a stepping stone toward your breakthrough. Often, when we're in the middle of hardship, we feel like we're stuck, like we're never going to get through it. We get frustrated, discouraged, and begin to lose hope. But in those moments, we must remind ourselves that challenges are part of the process. They are not the end. They are just the beginning of something new. Think of a seed planted in the ground. For it to grow into a beautiful tree, it must first break through the dirt. It must push against the soil, the stones, and all the resistance in its way. It may seem impossible for that tiny seed to ever become anything more than a speck of dirt. But through persistence, through overcoming the pressure, the seed eventually breaks through to the surface, blossoming into something amazing. In the same way, you are like that seed. The pressure, the struggle, the moments of doubt, they are not there to stop you. They are there to strengthen you, to prepare you for the breakthrough that is waiting just beyond them. Every challenge you face is pushing you toward your next level. You may not feel like it in the moment, but the adversity is helping you grow, helping you learn, and helping you build the strength you need to handle the greater opportunities that are coming your way. The breakthrough is not just the result of your efforts, but the result of your perseverance, your ability to continue. It's the moment when everything you've worked for begins to come together, when the pieces start to align, and you realize that the struggle was necessary for your growth. What's important to understand is that your breakthrough is not always visible to the naked eye. You may be in the middle of a storm right now, but that storm is clearing the way for something greater. It's easy to think that nothing is changing when you're stuck in the middle of hardship. You may feel like you're running in circles, like you're not making any progress, but every moment of struggle is contributing to your growth. You might not see the light at the end of the tunnel just yet, but trust that it's there, waiting for you. The moment you decide to keep moving, to keep pushing through, is the moment the breakthrough begins. Take a moment and think about your past. Can you remember times when you thought you couldn't go any further, when you were ready to give up, yet somehow you found the strength to continue? And now looking back, you can see that those struggles were necessary to bring you to where you are today. Those experiences shaped you, refined you, and made you the person you are. The breakthrough came because you didn't give up. It's the same for every challenge you face. Right now, you may feel like you're at your breaking point. But I promise you, you are closer to your breakthrough than you think. It's just around the corner, waiting for you to keep moving. Every time you get back up after a setback, every time you refuse to stay down when life knocks you down, you are one step closer to that breakthrough. You're building resilience, you're strengthening your resolve, you're sharpening your focus. And in doing so, you're preparing yourself for the success that is just on the horizon. The hardest times in life are not meant to break you. They are meant to prepare you for what's to come. You are not being punished. You are being shaped for greatness. It's when you're in the midst of adversity that you must remember your breakthrough is coming. Don't give up now. Keep pressing forward. The struggle is part of the process, and soon you will stand on the other side of it stronger, wiser, and ready to receive the rewards of your perseverance. So, if you're facing a tough time right now, don't lose heart. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you realize. Keep going, keep fighting. Your victory is waiting for you just beyond the storm. Life's challenges often feel like overwhelming pressure, as if the weight of the world is bearing down on you. But here's the truth. Pressure is not meant to crush you. It is meant to refine you. Just like how a diamond is created under immense pressure, the struggles you face are shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. The pressure you feel in your life, in your work, in your relationships, is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of growth. It is the force that pushes you beyond your limits, forces you to stretch, to learn, and to evolve. Think about the way gold is refined. It is placed in the fire, subjected to intense heat, and through this process, impurities are burned away, leaving behind only the purest, most valuable metal. The fire doesn't destroy the gold, it makes it better. It is through the heat that the gold is purified. And in the same way, the challenges you face in life are burning away the impurities in your character, your mindset, and your abilities. They are revealing the strength that you may not have even realized was inside you. Pressure does something incredible. It reveals your true potential. When everything is easy, when you're coasting along without a care in the world, it's hard to know just how strong you really are. But when the pressure is on, when everything seems to be falling apart, that's when you tap into hidden reserves of strength. It's when you are at your lowest point that you realize just how much you can endure. You learn what you're truly made of. It's in the moments of adversity that you discover your capacity for resilience, your ability to stay focused when things aren't going your way, and your determination to rise above whatever life throws at you. Pressure also forces you to grow in ways you never could have imagined when everything was going smoothly. It forces you to think differently, to innovate, to adapt to the circumstances. The challenges you face teach you lessons that ease and comfort never could. Without pressure, you would stay in your comfort zone, never pushing yourself to reach new heights. It is through pressure that you learn to stretch your limits and realize just how capable you are. If everything were easy, you would never experience the growth that comes with overcoming difficulties. This pressure also sharpens your focus. When things are tough, you have no choice but to prioritize what truly matters. You can't afford to waste time on distractions. The challenges force you to become more strategic, more disciplined, and more intentional about how you spend your time and energy. Pressure removes the excess, strips away the unnecessary, and forces you to focus on what is truly important. It is through this process that you sharpen your mind, develop your skills, and learn how to navigate life with greater purpose. Furthermore, pressure builds your emotional resilience. When you face adversity, you're not just developing physical or mental strength, you're also learning how to handle stress, disappointment, and frustration. You are learning how to manage your emotions and remain calm in the face of chaos. You learn patience, perseverance, and the ability to stay focused under pressure. These emotional skills are just as important as any technical or intellectual skill because they help you remain grounded when everything else around you feels uncertain. Many times when things get tough, it's easy to want to quit. The pressure feels unbearable, and you may begin to doubt your ability to push through. But it is in these moments that you must remind yourself that pressure is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. It is through the most difficult moments that you develop the strength and character that will serve you for the rest of your life. It's like a sculptor working on a block of marble. At first, the stone looks rough and unshaped, but through careful chipping and molding, the sculptor reveals the masterpiece that was hidden within. Your challenges are doing the same for you. They are chiseling away the unnecessary and revealing the greatness within you. You may not always understand why you're facing certain challenges or why things are so difficult, but trust that they are part of your growth process. The pressure you feel is a tool for your development, a gift in disguise. It's easy to look at the difficulties in life as something to avoid or something that stands in the way of your happiness, but what if we learn to embrace them instead? What if we saw pressure not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity? An opportunity to become better, stronger, and more capable than we were before. Every challenge you face is refining you, pushing you to the next level, and preparing you for even greater things. Now, when you come out of the pressure, you won't just be the same, you will be better. You will be more skilled, more resilient, and more prepared for whatever comes next. So when the pressure feels overwhelming, don't run from it, embrace it. Understand that it's part of your process of becoming the best version of yourself. And remember, it's in the fire that the true beauty is revealed. There is something incredibly powerful about knowing your purpose in life. It's like having a compass that guides you through the darkest of times and the most difficult challenges. When you understand your purpose, you have a reason to keep going, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Your purpose provides clarity and direction, helping you stay focused on what truly matters. It's the reason you don't give up in hard times. You keep going because you know that what you are doing has a greater meaning. It gives you the strength to press on, to weather the storms, and to rise above the challenges you face. The power of purpose lies in its ability to keep you grounded when the world tries to knock you off course. Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to get lost in the distractions of life, the endless noise, the doubts, the obstacles. But when you are driven by a sense of purpose, nothing can shake you. You know that the struggles you face are not random. They are part of a greater plan. And every challenge, every hardship is just another step on your journey toward fulfilling that purpose. It's this sense of direction that gives you the resilience to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Purpose also helps you keep perspective. It reminds you that life is not about avoiding difficulties, but about overcoming them. It's easy to feel discouraged when things aren't going well, but when you are connected to your purpose, you realize that the struggle is not a setback. It's an opportunity for growth. Every challenge becomes a chance to learn something new, to develop your character, and to refine your skills. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, you can see beyond the present hardship and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Purpose gives you the vision to see that every difficulty is temporary and your journey toward fulfilling your purpose is worth every moment of struggle. In addition, purpose fuels your passion. When you know why you're here, when you understand the impact you want to make in the world, it fills you with a deep sense of drive and determination. You no longer operate on autopilot or go through the motions of life. You are moved by something greater than yourself. Your purpose ignites a fire inside of you that keeps you going, even when you feel exhausted or discouraged. It makes the long hours worth it, the sacrifices meaningful, and the obstacles easier to overcome. Passion comes from knowing that your actions are aligned with your purpose. And when you are passionate about something, it's much easier to keep going, even in the toughest of times. Knowing your purpose also provides a deep sense of fulfillment. There's a profound satisfaction that comes from living a life aligned with your purpose. It gives your work meaning, your relationships depth, and your journey a sense of direction. When you know you're doing what you were meant to do, when you're living out your purpose, you experience a joy that no external success or material possession can offer. This fulfillment acts as a source of strength, helping you endure the tough times because you know that the challenges are part of your purpose, not in spite of it. There will be moments, however, when you question your purpose. You might face doubts, or you might wonder if you're on the right path. But during those times, it's important to remember that the journey to fulfilling your purpose is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. There will be moments of confusion, moments when you question everything, and times when you feel like giving up. But even in those moments, purpose keeps you anchored. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when you can't see the next step. It reminds you that your path is bigger than your current circumstances. Purpose also helps you rise above the opinions of others. When you are clear on your purpose, you are less likely to be swayed by the criticism, judgment, or negativity from others. People will always have their opinions, but when you know what you are meant to do, their words lose their power over you. You become unshakable because your focus is on your purpose, not on the approval of others. This clarity enables you to persevere, to follow your own path, and to ignore the distractions that would otherwise pull you off course. As you continue to pursue your purpose, you will also begin to inspire others. Your determination, your resilience, and your commitment to living out your purpose will encourage those around you. People are drawn to those who are clear on their purpose because they radiate a sense of confidence and conviction. They become a beacon for others who are struggling, showing them that it's possible to rise above the difficulties of life and live with purpose. Your life becomes a testimony to the power of purpose, and in doing so, you help others discover their own purpose, creating a ripple effect that can transform the world. So, in the midst of hard times, don't lose sight of your purpose. Let it be the driving force that keeps you moving forward. Hold on to it, even when the path is unclear, and let it guide you through the storms. Your purpose is the reason you don't give up, and is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. When you stay connected to your purpose, nothing is impossible. Keep going because the journey is worth it, and your purpose will lead you to your breakthrough. As we close today, remember that the road to success is not always smooth, but it is always worth it. The challenges you face, the obstacles you encounter, and the pressure you feel are all part of the process that shapes you into the person you are meant to be. Don't give up in hard times, because those are the very moments that are preparing you for your breakthrough. Stay focused on your purpose, keep pushing forward, and know that every step you take brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. You have within you the strength, the resilience, and the power to overcome anything that stands in your way. Trust in your ability to persist, to learn, and to grow through adversity. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Thank you for taking the time to listen and for allowing me to share this message with you. I wish you all the best as you continue on your journey. Good luck, and remember, you are capable of achieving greatness. Stay determined, stay focused, and never give up. The best is yet to come.